The tale of the secret of the broken clock. Once upon a time, there was an old village hidden among the lush green forests. In this village lived two curious siblings, Emily and Ethan. When school was out, they spent most of their time seeking adventure in the depths of the forest. One day, as they ventured into a section of the forest they had never explored before, they stumbled upon a dilapidated mansion. The mansion stood proudly yet eerily amidst years of neglect. Emily exclaimed, "Shall we explore this place?" with excitement. Though Ethan was somewhat hesitant, he drew strength from his sister's courage and agreed. The duo pushed open the creaking door of the mansion and stepped inside. The interior was filled with dust and furniture from times long past. With each step, the floorboards creaked as if greeting the visitors. During their exploration, they noticed a broken clock hanging on the wall. The clock showed midnight and 1 minute, frozen in time. Ethan whispered, "Why has this clock stopped?" Suddenly, mysteriously, the clock started ticking, and a haunting gong echoed throughout the mansion. The siblings were astonished to see the hands of the clock turning backward. And at that moment, the mansion seemed to transform back to its former grandeur, as if transported to its glorious days of yore. Furniture gleamed, walls came to life, and everything suddenly brimmed with vitality. With this enchanting transformation, a melancholic ghost appeared wandering the corridors of the mansion. The ghost was the spirit of a former owner of the mansion, a countess named Lily. Lily revealed to the children the secret of the mansion. The broken clock was, in fact, a portal through time, operable only by children of good heart. Countess Lily had vanished suddenly one winter night years ago, without bidding farewell to her loved ones, and her soul had been trapped in the mansion. Her wish was to turn back time and bid her loved ones farewell. Emily and Ethan resolved to fulfill the Countess's final wish. Using the power of the clock, they transported the Countess back to the past, to her loved ones. After bidding farewell to her family, the Countess found peace, and the curse upon the mansion was lifted. When Emily and Ethan returned from their adventures, they found that the mansion was no longer a decrepit ruin, but instead a beautiful home, harmonizing with its surroundings. The clock now showed the correct time, and with each chime, it reminded them that the spirit of the Countess had found freedom. And so, Emily and Ethan not only discovered their courage, but also the power of their hearts. The old mansion in the forest was now their magical refuge filled with secrets. They always remembered that true adventure could only be found with courage and kindness. Eventually, Emily and Ethan returned home, but they were different now. They were not just each other's heroes, but also heroes of the whole village. Everyone eagerly awaited to hear the secret of the broken clock and the magical story behind it. In the mysterious forest, after Emily and Ethan solved the secret of the broken clock, they saw the mansion restored to its former glory. However, their adventure was not over yet. The clock not only put an end to the Countess's story, but also revealed other secrets beyond time. The next morning, when the siblings returned to the mansion, the clock started glowing spontaneously, and the hands began to turn backward again. But this time, the clock took them to a much distant past, to a time where legends lived. Suddenly, Emily and Ethan found themselves amidst a magical forest, surrounded by fantastical creatures and talking animals they had never known. In this new world, a baby dragon approached them. The baby had lost its mother and was all alone. The children bravely undertook a mission to reunite the baby dragon with its mother. In the process, they discovered hidden kingdoms in the depths of the forest and overcame many obstacles by forming friendships with magical creatures. Finally, when they reunited the baby dragon with its mother, the dragon family showed their gratitude by giving them a gift, a special power to use time only to defeat evil and spread. When Emily and Ethan returned from their adventures, they realized that the clock not only allowed them to travel back in time, but also taught them valuable lessons about courage, friendship, and kindness. The mansion was now not just a home, but also a magical gateway where all these adventures began. The children knew that each new day in the forest brought a new adventure into the unknown. And of course, each adventure brought them one step closer to discovering not only the outer world, but also the strength and courage within themselves. The Secret of the Land of Darkness Tale. Once upon a time, beyond the vast forests, there lay a mysterious land shrouded in mist. This land was called the Land of Darkness. In the Land of Darkness, the sun never rose, and even the moonlight couldn't penetrate through the mists. The inhabitants of the land were strange creatures who would learn to see in the dark. At the deepest part of the land stood a gigantic castle. This castle had been built by a sorcerer years ago. The sorcerer sought to become the master of darkness and had enchanted the castle with dark magic. Living alone in the castle, the sorcerer had begun to hide a secret within its depths over time. One day, in a village near the Land of Darkness, a brave boy named Luke came to live. Luke had always loved adventures and was eager to unravel mysteries. The stories he heard about the Land of Darkness intrigued him, and he decided to explore the secrets of this mysterious land. With his faithful dog, Max, by his side, Luke set off for the Land of Darkness. As they journeyed through the forest, strange creatures and dark shadows followed them. But Luke wasn't afraid because he believed his courage and curiosity would guide him. Finally, the enormous castle emerged from the mists. The castle was dark and eerie, but Luke remained undeterred. As they reached the castle's door, it suddenly opened on its own. Stepping inside, torches on the walls of the castle began to light up one by one. As Luke and Max ventured through the corridors of the castle, they encountered old portraits and peculiar statues. With each step, the mystery within the castle deepened. Eventually, they reached a grand library. In the middle of the library, an ancient book awaited them. When Luke opened the book, he discovered the sorcerer's secret. The sorcerer had actually possessed a kind heart, but had been cursed by dark magic. The sorcerer had been awaiting a hero to come and defeat the darkness. After learning this secret, Luke decided to find a way to save the sorcerer. He found the sorcerer's diary and read the spell written within. As he read the spell, a light began to emanate from the depths of the castle, and the darkness slowly dissipated. With the power of light, the wizard was freed, and daylight returned to the Land of Darkness. The wizard thanked Emily and Ethan and bestowed upon them an Eternal Bravery Award. Emily and Ethan were welcomed back to their village as heroes. After the secret of the Land of Darkness was solved, light and joy began to spread to every corner of the land. The forest came alive with colors never seen before. The rivers sparkled and animals roamed freely. The wizard, instead of dealing with dark magic, decided to use his powers to heal and protect his land. On their way back to the village, Emily and Ethan made new friends in the forest. Talking trees, singing birds, and smiling flowers accompanied them. With each step, they witnessed the miracles of nature. Upon their return to the village, Emily and Ethan's adventures were eagerly listened to by all. That night, a grand celebration was held in the village square. Leo and Max's bravery and kind hearts were praised by everyone. The next day, the wizard visited the village and brought a gift to thank Emily and Ethan. It was a magical sphere filled with light. The wizard said, "This sphere is a symbol of your courage and good heart. May it remind you of hope and light even in the darkest times." As years passed, Emily and Ethan's story turned into legend. The land of darkness and the surrounding villages lived in peace and happiness. Emily and Ethan, chasing new adventures, continued to explore the world. Thus, thanks to Emily and Ethan's courage, kindness, and curiosity, the ancient curse in the land of darkness came to an end forever. Their story serves as a reminder that courage and goodness can always overcome darkness.